Okay, today is August the 21st, 2015, and this is the NOAA water vapor loop, and we're looking at a tropical depression, Kilo, right here. Kilo is under attack currently by a HARP transmitter, and we can see the initial blast ring right here. This happened probably around, I saw this around noontime, I think it was this afternoon, August 21st at around noon. This first ring was moving out of the center of this storm, and or rather this tropical depression. Okay, and we can see the core was blown in half from the continual attack. The transmitter's hitting that core, and it actually split the core in half. Let's go look at this up close. All right, here we go. This is the water vapor loop for the Hawaii area. This is interesting because we see a general sort of a counterclock, or rather a clockwise motion happening here. Everything is sort of moving in a clockwise manner, all this water vapor here. And then in the last frame, we see something go shooting out of the side of this storm right there. Take a look here, right there in that last frame. That's not Mother Nature. That is from an external blast right here. There's a transmitter hitting this. It's heating the area so fast that we're seeing this feature right here. Right there. Something shooting right out of the side of that storm. At very high velocity. You can see it coming right out like a cannon shot. Okay. And that is evidence of a HARP transmitter hitting the core of this storm. And if we go back again and look at the bigger picture, we can see what's happening here. They've split that core, actually blew that core apart. And then we see that piece go shooting out at the very last frame right there. Right there. At the very last two frames, we can see that. All right, so now that blockade, there was a semicircular, sort of a right angle blockade that was here for a few days. That's all broken down. And now this low is, all of this low moisture from this thing here spinning is coming down around, and it's starting to blend in a little bit here. We'll keep an eye on this. This was all spinning here a few days ago. So we'll keep an eye on what develops. There's a transmitter here, focused. And we have, in Los Angeles, we had nice, cool, overcast temperatures this morning. The barometric pressure was 29.98. It was overcast till about noontime today, and it burned off. However, the weather people are forecasting 100-degree heat again starting Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And we can see what's happening here. They're developing building in a high pressure right here, right now. And starting Sunday, the temperatures are going to rise, the humidity will drop. However, they also say that we've got a chance of monsoonal thunderstorms, but based on what we're looking at right here, these are all being blasted apart. 1, 2, 3, all those are being hit, and we can see the steam, the water vapor that's generated from those blasts. It just, you can see what's happening there. We'll take a look at that in a second. Let's go back and look at the Hawaii area once again. And we can see that the upper part of this storm is being blown apart. Look at this in the water vapor mode. We can see the diminishment. The red core goes to yellow, and then it just evaporates, and we see a ring. We see a ring right there. We'll keep an eye on that. This is actually a new blast. In a few hours, we'll get to see that ring, move out like all the rest of them. Okay, let's look at this in the. This is the visible light mode. We can see some of these HARP rings right here and here. There's 2 or 3 of them. All right. Can't see that little piece of storm go flying out of the side. That's not too visible. All right. Okay, so let's go back and carry on here. This is the East Pacific water vapor loop. And these are the monsoonal thunderstorms that are being blown apart right now. These were forecast tonight to possibly move into the Southern California area, but I don't think that's going to happen. We've got a lot of high pressure being built in right here, just in time to heat things up for the week. They're already forecasting very hot weather, and so that's probably what's going to happen. They're handed a script and they read from it, and they don't ever explain why we have chemtrails in the skies. They don't ever explain why or how these storms are being blown apart. They just read the script. It tells us how hot it's going to be, and how many sunny days we're going to have in the next week. And by the way, here's this storm here is being blown apart too. It just disappears from the map. Okay, so let's move on. This is the East Pacific. Whoops. That's good for the camera. All right, let's get there we go. Okay, here's the rainbow infrared loop, and we can see what's happening here. That one's being blown apart. This one here and this one down here. So we'll keep an eye on all that activity. All right. You saw that already. I don't know if anybody out there, a meteorologist, could explain that anomaly. We can call it an atmospheric anomaly. I'll tell you what I'll call it. That's a heart blast right there. And all this right here, this is a blast pattern. That's about as good as it gets, folks, right there. Okay, let's take a look at this again, just for an encore. All right. Okay, I think we did look at the the tropical depression information. 35-mile-per-hour winds. Okay, so that's that. We'll do another one of these tomorrow. This is a very late video. We're almost into tomorrow. It's about 11:30 on the west coast of the United States. Okay, so we'll do an update tomorrow, but that storm is definitely being tampered with. There's no doubt about that. We've got a ring the size of half the United States right here, folks. Take a look. Okay, and we'll just keep an eye on that. And look at here, we've got a nice low pressure bringing a front down through the Aleutian Island area right there. We'll keep an eye on that as well. But with this high pressure being built in, again, they're setting this area up to protect it from any rain. So the drought will continue for at least the next week, according to the weather reports that we're getting right now on the television set. Okay, so that's it. We'll do another one tomorrow.